Hey everyone, it's Marks here. Ever since ChatGPT came out, it's been this whole new world of what AI can do. But like any new tech, there's a learning curve. People are using it in ways that aren't quite right, not getting the results they expect. That's why today, we're diving into the 10 common mistakes people make when using ChatGPT, and more importantly, how to actually fix them. Let's get started. First up, and I see this all the time, is being way too vague with your prompts. When you're vague, you leave a lot to interpretation, and that can lead to results that are far from what you intended. Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone who only gives you one-word answers. Frustrating, right? That's exactly how ChatGPT feels when you don't provide enough detail. It's like walking into a restaurant and just saying food to the waiter. You might get something, but it's probably not going to be what you want. You might get a dish, but it's not going to be what you really want. ChatGPT needs specifics to give you the best possible response. Think about it this way: the more specific you are, the better the AI can understand your needs and deliver exactly what you're looking for. Instead of saying, "Write me a poem," try something like, "Write a sonnet about the feeling of getting lost in a new city." See the difference? The more detail you provide, the more tailored and accurate the response will be. The more detail you give it, the more it has to work with. This is crucial for getting the most out of your interactions with AI. Think of it like giving the AI building blocks. The more precise the blocks, the cooler the structure it can build for you. So, next time you're crafting a prompt, remember, specificity is key. The clearer and more detailed you are, the better the AI can assist you. It's all about giving it the right tools to work with. Next up, asking overly broad questions. Look, I get it, ChatGPT seems like this endless well of knowledge, but even has limits. Asking it to explain everything about quantum physics is just setting yourself up for disappointment. Instead, break it down. What specifically about quantum physics are you curious about? Is it entanglement, superposition, something else? The more focused your question, the more focused and useful the answer will be. It's like using a zoom lens instead of a wide angle. You get that crisp detail. Now this is a big one, expecting perfect answers every single time. Look, ChatGPT is impressive, no doubt, but it's still AI. It's working with patterns and data, and sometimes, especially with super niche or complex topics, it can get things wrong. That's why it's crucial to double-check any information, especially if you're using it for something important. Think of it like using Wikipedia. It's a great starting point, but you don't cite it as your sole source in a research paper, right? Alright, this mistake is all about context. You see, context is like the secret sauce that makes everything better. Without it, things can get pretty confusing. Imagine asking someone for directions, but not telling them where you're starting from. Pretty useless, right? Same goes for ChatGPT. If you don't provide enough context, it's like asking for help in a vacuum. If you want tailored responses, you gotta give it some background. Think of it as setting the stage for a play. The more details you provide, the better the performance. Tell it what you're working on, whether it's a school project, a business proposal, or even a creative writing piece. The specifics matter. What kind of tone you're going for, be it formal, casual, or somewhere in between. This helps the AI match your style. What the ultimate goal is. Are you trying to inform, persuade, entertain, or something else? The end goal shapes the response. The more context you provide, the more it can tailor its response to your specific needs. It's like giving it a full picture to work with. The AI can then sift through its vast knowledge base and pick out the most relevant information for you. It's like having a personal assistant who knows exactly what you need. It's like giving it a map and a compass. It can actually guide you somewhere useful. So next time, remember to give it some context. This one's all about using ChatGPT to its full potential. A lot of people treat it like a one-and-done deal. Get the first response and call it a day. But here's the thing, you can iterate. If the first response isn't quite hitting the mark, tell it. Ask it to rephrase, to focus on a specific aspect, to try a different tone. Think of it like working with a collaborator. You give feedback, refine the ideas, and get to a better result together. Okay, let's get real for a sec. ChatGPT, like any AI, can reflect biases present in the data it was trained on. This means you gotta be extra critical of its responses, especially when dealing with sensitive or controversial topics. Don't just take everything at face value. Cross-reference information, look for different perspectives, and be aware that the AI might not always be presenting the full picture. It's like reading a news article. Always consider the source and look for multiple viewpoints. Alright, this one's a bit more straightforward. ChatGPT's knowledge is limited to the data it was trained on, which means it doesn't have access to real-time information. So asking it for today's stock prices or the latest news headlines is going to get you nowhere. It's like asking your GPS to predict traffic a week in advance. The technology just isn't there yet. Mistake number 8, don't overwhelm the AI. We talked about context being important, but there's a fine line between giving enough and giving much. Overloading the prompt with a wall of text is just going to confuse the AI. Remember, clarity is key. If you have a complex question, break it down into smaller, more digestible chunks. It's like feeding information to the AI in bite-sized pieces, much easier to process than one giant, overwhelming mouthful. Mistake number 9, it's a tool, not the entire toolbox. Look, ChatGPT is an incredible tool for gathering information and generating creative text formats, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Don't treat it as your sole source of truth, especially for critical or specialized topics. Always cross-check information, consult with experts in the field, and use your own judgment. It's like using a calculator. It can do the math, but you still need to understand the concepts behind it. Mistake number 10. Know its limits, respect its limits. Finally, it's crucial to remember that ChatGPT has limitations. It can't replace human creativity, problem-solving skills, or technical expertise in every single area. Understanding these limits helps you use it effectively. Don't expect it to write a groundbreaking novel or solve complex engineering problems. Instead, use it for what it's good at, generating ideas, drafting content, and providing information within its knowledge base. Level up your ChatGPT game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, there's always something new to learn and explore with ChatGPT. And there you have it, folks. We've covered some of the most common mistakes users make and how to avoid them. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can get the most out of ChatGPT. It's all about refining your approach and understanding the nuances of this powerful tool. It's a powerful tool when used correctly, opening up a world of possibilities for everything from writing to research and even just having some fun. Imagine brainstorming your next big idea or getting help with complex topics in real time. Remember, like any tech, it's all about understanding its strengths and limitations. The more you use it, the better you'll get at leveraging its capabilities. So go out there, experiment, and see what you can create. The possibilities are endless, and the only limit is your imagination. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tech tips and insights. Your support helps us bring you more valuable content. Catch you in the next one. Until then, keep exploring and pushing the boundaries of what's possible with ChatGPT. See you soon!